trace them in. Here we go. Oh, hello. Here we are, Chagford Cricket Club again, we're just prior to the start of play now. The umpires are out on the pitch. We've got a temporary umpire there in the green, which is Rahul, and our standard umpire there, Mr. Taylor, bless him. And as you can see, the two opening batsmen are ready to go in and waiting for the fieldsman to take the pitch. So you have Grant Notton, Harry Mount, opening as usual. I think Jake will be batting number 3, Ollie number 4, and then we'll decide what we'll do after that, I would think. But we're playing Lewdown Cricket Club this week, and we're pleased to have them visiting us today. And in fact, very lucky today as well. I've got young Ollie walking around the boundary with me.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, and here he is. Yeah, so
good morning, I think.
Well, I might still be morning. I think it probably is afternoon at this stage, but it feels like we've been here since the morning doing the preparations and so on. But
glorious day for it.
It is. It's a much better day today. It has to be said. You can see it's some cloud, a little bit of wind. Hopefully that doesn't get in the way of the microphone. I've used a highly technical device to deal with the potential problem of wind blowing in through to the microphone. We'll see what happens there. So yes, playing Lewdown Cricket Club. They've figured in Devon League cricket for many years, and before that used to play in the 3D Tamar League. We're talking about sort of 25 or so years ago now, and they've developed their capabilities throughout that time, and collected new players and so on, and they're quite strong now, which is good to see, and quite a friendly lot as well. So the batting order today for Chagford looks pretty strong, really, I would say. And the remarkable thing, I would say, just to give you a bit of a picture of this, is the top 5 batsmen all have records batting at the top of the order for Chagford, and indeed 4 of them have all made Chagford centuries. I don't know that I can think of another club that could boast that. Probably they can, I would think, somewhere in the country and somewhere in the Devon League, but we're quite pleased with that particular little statistic for you. There we are. So as we walk round towards the oak tree here, which, as I've said before, is part of the ground, as you can see, they've removed now, the groundsman has removed the football wickets, which used to be in evidence here. So the footballists are bereft of something to do for the next 3.5 weeks, because I believe we have the International European Cup of Footballing going on. I think it's called that. I may be wrong, but you never know. So, Ollie, I think you're batting at number 4 today?
I am.
Yes,
Pleasure.
okay.
Got to get runs on the board early on against these guys. They're a good team.
Absolutely.
Young side.
Yeah, well, we have to get the strategy right. I think cricket a lot of the time is about doing the simple things well.
It is.
And on these slightly damp wickets these days, it's a good idea to get forward, and our top 4 batsmen are all particularly good at that kind of thing, but also good at driving the score along a little bit. See if we can get to, say, 4 and over for the first 10 overs. That'd be a good solid beginning out of the 45 over game. So those of you who don't know Lewdown Cricket Club, I believe this is still the case, but their president was and still is, I think, a gentleman who goes by the name of Jeff Rowe. Many of you probably know him as Jethro, a comedian of this parish, a very famous and well-liked comedian who has a small club over at Lewtrenchard, which is about probably 2 miles down the road from Lewdown. And in days gone by, it used to be Jethro's desire to go and watch the grounds, or go and see his club playing wherever he went, and he was very subtle in the way he did that. He'd sit in his car and watch the game for maybe half an hour or so. Very, very nice fellow who would answer any questions that you wanted to ask. Very, very unself-effacing gentleman. I don't know whether you've met him, Ollie. You may have done. You may have bumped into him at some point or another.
I have. I met him in Lewdown several years back. I've been to a couple of his comedy nights as well.
Oh, there we go.
Good
yeah.
value for money.
Yes, he does give good value. So here we go. Look, the umpires and the players from Lewdown are walking on, so we will be opening the batting shortly. We'll see what their strategy will be. I imagine they'll want to bowl the first over down the non-existent hill, for there is no hill here at Chagford.
Blessed with a lovely flat ground.
As has been observed many times. Was talking to somebody only last week who was saying how much he liked to come down here. We're very proud of this, I have to say. I know I sound a bit like a broken record, but it's something I've loved these many years. So
it's always a popular place for oppositions to come and play.
No question about that. I'm afraid the confounded Zoom device is still not working. I still haven't managed to get that working. It's bloody technology, mate, I'm afraid. What can you say?
Got the better of you.
Well, as always, you know, there we are. But in centre screen there, you can see the sight screen, and to the immediate right of that is the scoreboard. I beg your pardon. I suppose we ought to tell everybody the news, didn't we? That the order was recently placed for our new nets, which will go in August, which we're highly delighted about. So you may remember that I pointed out last time we were at Chagford the existence of our nets, which are immediately to the left of the equipment shed, which you can see right in front of you. So we'll just pan round quickly now towards the first hill of the Two Hills Challenge, and if you look and see ahead of you there the sight screen, that's the pitch cover, one of the three. The proposed location for the new nets is just where I'm pointed now on the ground there, to the immediate left of the cover. And that's going to be an excellent, well lit and flat location to put the covers. And so the foundations for that will be laid down in the next sort of 6 to 8 weeks or so, and they will be usable this year, and it will give us much opportunity to continue to train outside the seasons. I know that there will be many people coming along to that to use that facility. We'll just have to make sure that no one uses studs on them, won't we, Ollie?
Yeah, those bloody studs.
Well, as long as we're using flat shoes in the nets, then they'll last a very, very long time.
No, we're very lucky. It'll be a great facility to have for the development of the club and the youngsters and those old uns like us, eh?
Well, I say you talking of yourself as old when what you must be in your mid-20s now, young man. Hardly at the point at which you need a Zimmer frame yet. Now, remind me, Ollie, I can't remember, but will we get a new composition wicket on the pitch as well?
The Astro is getting taken out, and we're not replacing it, I don't think. We're going to remove it. I'm pretty sure. I might be wrong, but I thought we were removing it and not replacing it completely.
Okay, well that's fair enough. That seems a good move.
We may get a new. I can't remember.
Yeah. So here we go, preparing for the first ball here. As I indicated earlier, we're going to be accepting the first ball here. Grant is facing, and here we go. And
solidly away.
Solid in defence to begin with.
Grant, as ever, solid in defence.
Absolutely. His typical play the ball, take a couple of steps away to his leg side, and then sit or stand and watch what's going on. Harry standing languidly there at the non-striker's end, and here we come for the second ball. That's a full toss, and away it goes. There we are, look, runs off on the board on the second ball. That may just run away for 4, and no, they've stopped it, so they've taken a leisurely 2 there. But that's a solid start off a slightly loose delivery from the bowler there. We'll have to call him John Doe for the moment, because I don't know who that is. We'll find out in a short while. We'll have to go and ask the scorer, perhaps. And so we've got just a pan around here.
Nice to see wildlife at the ground.
Oh, there we are. Look, yes, that'll be a little dot in the distance to my piece of kit. I'm afraid there's 2 pied wagtails there. I'll rely on my botanist friend here, who seems to know all about these things. Twitcher. That's it. That's the expression, isn't it? If we move closer, we may just see that.
I was going to say a tweaker, but that's a spinner, isn't it?
I think it is a slang term used for that. So we'll just have a quick look up here. We've got the scorers up here. Well, temporary scorers anyway. There's Adam on the left and Jack on the right. You probably can't see him through the window. He's camouflaged himself there, but there we go. Absolutely, yeah. There's a good guy, always there scoring. He's very, very helpful, and we're very grateful to him. So Keep up the good work, and many thanks indeed. There we go, look, so we'll move away from the camera, and he's saying, for God's sake, go away and leave me alone, will you? And in the distance there we've Jake, and he's waiting to go in, and waiting perhaps for a long time, we hope, but there we go. So, game against Lewdown, you'll be able to see the result on the Devon League results board, and on the Play Cricket website as well. My fund of knowledge there, Ollie, who's come along. Thank you very much for coming by. We'll maybe collect someone else to come and have a walk round next time round. And
pleasure.
Where are we next week, by the way? Can we give people a sneak preview of where we're at? Can you remember off the top of your head? I'm afraid I can't.
I can't, I don't think.
Ah, well, not to worry. So there we go. It's the first over, successfully negotiated there. And another Saturday at Chagford Cricket Club. And so we'll sign off for this week and say thank you very much for tuning in, and we'll see you next week away somewhere. Bye for now.